guys, welcome to Nordic Dip Coaching. Today I am here again with my mom. We're going to be talking about how imagination is better than having knowledge. So I'm going to let her start off because, I mean, she's just so knowledgeable in this. So start off.
Yeah, because this is a topic, guys, that I think about a lot because I work with kids. So one of the schools that I work with, they used to have this poster that said, imagination is more important than knowledge. And this was something that Einstein supposedly said. So I always liked seeing it because I think that when we talk about thoughts creating reality, something that we fail to do with our children is that we don't teach them that at early age. And what I mean with that is that everyone is so freaked out about, like, you know, when you have a baby, buy them colored blocks with letters, teach them numbers, yada, yada, yada. And I'm saying, people, that is so ridiculous. When the time comes when your child is around 6 or 7, it's going to be so easy for them to learn these things. It doesn't take a brain scientist to do this. Teach children to think positively. And that's not, you know, like, hey, Johnny, you did great. No, it's more like just phrasing things in a positive, open manner. Like, let's say you see a bird. You could say, oh, look at that bird. Like, did you notice the big wings the bird has? Where do you think the bird is going? How do you think the bird is getting where they want to go? Just exploring life so that the children can start using their imagination, because all these ideas that you would normally come up with if you had opportunities to play freely in nature, our children in today, even if we live in nature, they don't have these opportunities because we are so fear-based. Parents don't allow their children to play in nature anymore. Everything is very structured and goal-oriented, which actually destroys learning ability because you're boxing the imagination. If you look around, everything in our environment is the way it is because someone imagined it. It is not like that because of some ancient knowledge. No. We make it as we go. And knowledge is very relative because all the textbooks, they have ideas and facts in them that change all the time. We say, oh, we thought that was so. Oh, well, let's change it. Oh, we thought that person knew what they were talking about. Okay, I guess not. Imagination gives us tools to get into a space where we can create and solve problems in novel ways, because there's more than one way to is that block the chicken?
Yeah,
I think it's anything.
I think it's block the chicken.
So fostering and encouraging imagination, imaginative activities, giving even adults and teenagers the opportunity to explore uncharted territories so they can come up with creative ways of coping with everyday issues. So I definitely am passionate about imagination, and I think imagination is way more important than knowledge. And imagination can create reality, because, you know, as I'm speaking, what I'm thinking too is like, you know how, guys, most people, they tend to have a mindset that when they think about something, they limit their vision based on the knowledge that they have and the possibilities that someone told them are there, right? Yeah. So they're not really freely creating opportunities for them. They are not really allowing themselves to go beyond certain boundaries because they've been told since they were children that these boundaries are not to be crossed, which is a lie. Look in the sky, the airplane. Like, think about it. When people could not even fathom that this thing that weighs like hundreds of tons is just flying over there.
And that's insane. Yeah.
I mean, just take a moment to think about it. So limiting our imagination by so-called facts kills the vibe. Like, we really need to practice imagining with freedom, imagining with courage and adventure. Like, who is it gonna hurt if you kind of like just go for it? Imagine yourself in a situation that someone already told you, like, forget it, not gonna happen for you. Why not imagine? Think about the Paralympics. People who don't have limbs, people who've lost all the things that we need for mobility, moving, athletes, engaging in activities
And competing.
and competing with confidence. Guess what? It wasn't the knowledge or someone else who told them they can do it. It was something in themselves that made them believe and spend time imagining, because our beliefs are what guide us. If you believe you can't, you can't. That's a stat. So you have to start believing and questioning what you believe, and use your imagination to go beyond your normal boundaries. And never mind the freaking knowledge. Leave it to the scientists. I mean, as long as you know your basic math. Now, if you want to be a mathematician, you want to learn a little bit more than basic. As long as you learn, like now our knowledge, we don't have any real knowledge like history. History is real knowledge, you know, remembering where you came from so you know where you're heading.
And sometimes it's not even real.
Yeah, so it's not real, but imagination is the jam. Take a moment. Imagine for 5-10 minutes a day. Pretend to be something you are not currently, but what you would like to be. You want to be sexy? See yourself as a sexy animal. You know, wearing something, whatever
Wearing
is.
some zebra
Yeah,
print,
doing the catwalk
bikini,
or whatever.
and with a 6-pack. Okay.
If you want to be rich, swim in dollar bills, $100 bills.
$100 bills.
Yeah,
guys,
swim
okay?
in the pool in $100, whatever works for you. But get the feeling. Or imagine going to a shopping spree where money is not the issue. What you like is what you focus on. So there's a lot of games you can play to become better at imagining. Before imagination, guys, most importantly, is what you believe. If you don't believe that you can even imagine or it's allowed to go beyond the boundaries, you can only imagine but so much. Think about your own limiting beliefs and work on changing your beliefs about what the allowable boundaries are for you, so that you can create what you want for yourself. And teach your kids. Let somebody else buy those stupid number color blocks and books about some dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Don't buy them. That stuff is trash. Don't decorate their nice rooms with charts and stuff when they're 2 years old.
And
Like,
this
come
is a
on.
school psychologist, guys. She knows what she's talking about. Let them create. Let them make whatever they want out of anything they want.
Yeah, put some Legos in there. Put some crayons in there. Put some dolls and cars and little animal figurines.
Yeah.
Things like that. So they can go into their imagination world so that they're not constantly looking outside. What do you want me to be, or what do you want me to do? Encourage them to go inside, to go their imagination, so they can find out what they like, what resonates with them, what interests them, so that when they grow bigger, they are not so lost. They know who they are.
They're not afraid to express it. Because if you shut everything down, they're going to be scared to tell someone about the stuff that they think about. It is
Exactly.
so good for you to kind of horn in on being happy that your kids have an imagination, especially in these days. It is very rare that kids have a imagination. Nobody really goes to the park anymore to go play. Everything is on the screen. Everything is a video game. Let your kids explore. Don't be afraid if they're talking to people, if they're, thinking about all these crazy things. Let them do that. And just always tell them it's possible. It is possible.
While you're speaking, I also wanted to say that nature has its own language, visually and vibrationally. When you go out and you are around animals and plants and the earth, they talk to you.
Oh yeah.
And they speak to you on a level that is it's below your consciousness. But at the same time, it really reaches your soul and connects with your true being. So being outside, letting the nature speak to you and to your children is so nourishing. And it's so empowering to get in touch with imagination.
One of the things you can do is show an example. If your kids see that you're having fun playing around and thinking about certain things, that's gonna make them feel like, hey, you know what? Mom's doing it, dad's doing it, I can do it.
You get ideas, you pick them up from your environment, and that's why this regurgitation of cold, non-productive facts for kids is so crazy. Like, when I go to even some of these early education places, I'm like, oh God, I'm like, who would want to have their child here all day? It's just ugly. It's just cold.
It's just, why aren't the kids playing? Why aren't they playing house anymore? Why aren't kids playing with blocks? Why is it now like you have to learn how to read this and you got to add 1 + 3 and just do
that
unrealistic
stuff is easy, and at 2 and 3 you're not ready.
No.
I don't care what child parrots and copies that doesn't mean that it means anything to them. It's not developmentally appropriate. Again, we come into what do the people who sell this crap care?
Yeah, they don't
just
care.
trying to like, hey, sell, and I'm not blaming them. I mean, hey, whatever rocks your boat. So parents have to take responsibility. But being creator on all levels, it's what this life is about. We are creators, and whether we own that doesn't change the fact that we create our reality. And it's hard sometimes when we deal with crappy stuff to see the rainbow at the end, but every situation has a point to it, and we have choices on how we cope with it. And imagination is key.
It is just key. Take time out every day. Exactly what my mom just said. Take time out. You can even be in your car. How about this? Instead of blasting music that sucks, because all of this music nowadays, it just sucks. Take time to turn off the stereo. Think about the life that you want to create. Whatever it is. How do you want to look? What do you want in your life? What kind of a partner do you want? Think about that. Take at least 10 minutes to see the life that you want in your mind first. Think about it. You don't have to pay anything for this. It's free. Why not do something that is free and just see what happens? Just see what happens. It is not going to hurt anybody for you to just see what happens. Do this for at least 30 days. Make it a little thing. Make it you being like, I just maybe want to meet this type of person. Or it could be maybe you want more friends. Think about the type of friends that you want. Think about how you want to meet them. And then you'll see little things will start to happen.
Line it up.
Yeah, you could be in the supermarket and someone comes to you that you don't know why they're there, but they may be able to open up that door to where you're gonna be like, oh my God, it's because of this person. I got this, I got that, I got that.
Exactly.
And that's how things work.
Yep.
That's how things work, because it sets people, places, and things to align with what you want to happen.
Exactly. Universe organizes people, circumstances, and things in your favor.
And it's always in your favor.
And you have to ask.
Because when you live in this small me to where you think everything else is controlling your life and not you, that's how you're gonna live. Everything else is gonna control your life, and you're not. You have to be the captain of your ship. Because if you're not the captain of your ship, someone else is gonna tell you, move over, I'm gonna drive your ship.
Yep.
I'm gonna drive it. Because clearly you're not gonna do it.
Yep.
And they're gonna drive your ship to where they wanna go.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be mad and saying, I don't wanna go here. I don't want these things to happen to me. I don't wanna be with this guy. But you are not taking the wheel because you're afraid to. Because someone said you cannot get that. You do not deserve to be with that person. So therefore, you feel like I'm a small me and I am not big enough to take control of my own shit.
That's such a good point, because I think many people are using a lot of those excuses. I'm not good enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not the right color. I'm not from the right family. I'm not from the right country.
I don't have enough education.
I don't have enough education.
The list
I don't
goes
know
on and
anyone.
on.
I can't walk properly. I don't have the right car. I don't, whatever it is.
So and so told me 10 to 15 years ago I was nothing. So therefore I feel like I am nothing. Those little things, which is a belief, just like we said, your beliefs create your reality. If you believe these things, this is what is going to come up in your life.
Yeah, that's what you attract.
It is time to stop believing things that do not work in your favor.
Yeah.
Try to do something new. Try to think about new things, because that thinking that you are doing,
It's thinking.
Yeah. And if it's not serving you, think a different thought. Think something else. And just have fun with it, because it really is fun. Because this life is so much fun. But you have to see it for what it is. It's something that you create. No one else is going to create it for you. God is there to let us all have fun with our life, learn things, have experiences. Once you know that you create those experiences, whether they're good, bad, whatever they are, then you start thinking about, I don't want to think like this, because if I think like this, I'm going to create this, and I don't want that. Let me think a different thought. Let me give a little more attention to the positive stuff, instead of me feeding all this negative stuff, knowing that the things I feed grow.
Whatever you feed gets bigger.
Don't do that. It's a waste of time. And we all have those things where we say we have the bills, and we have problems in our relationship, and we have the kids. You have to know that those things are there, and that's a blessing. You have kids, that's a blessing. There are people that cannot have kids. You have a job, that is a blessing. There are people that do not have jobs. So try to always see the good in the not so good.
Listen, giving time to imagination is one of the best investments. Never mind the freaking stock market. Invest in imagining and let the universe do its job. We're gonna go and we're gonna imagine now.
3 hours later.
Do this whenever you have a little bit of free time. Give it 30 days. Give it some time. Trust me, you will see a difference. Thank you so much again for watching Nordic Drip Coaching. I am so happy to have my mom here with us.
Thank you.
She's super busy, but she made time to come and speak to you guys. So we're thankful for that. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.